Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Golden Bachelorette, get to know Chock Chapple. Golden Bachelorette premiered last Wednesday night, and fans are already falling in love with the men on Joan Vasso's season. One fan favorite so far is Chock Chapple. This Wichita, Kansas man is ready to find love and not be lonely anymore. Keep reading to find out more about Chock and his life. Get to know fan favorite Chock Chapple. Golden Bachelorette suitor Chock Chapple has quickly become a fan favorite. He is hoping to find love with Joan Vasso's. He's even already expressed that she could be the one he's been searching for. She seems very into him as well. In fact, on Wednesday night he got the first one-on-one date. The 60-year-old, who is originally from a small Kansas town, currently lives in Wichita, Kansas. Chock's LinkedIn account says, "I'm originally from a small town in Garden Plain, Kansas, and has spent the last 30 years in Wichita. I attended Kansas State University and graduated with degrees in both labor relations and general business administration. My grandfather and father were insurance pros dating back to the 1920s. Chock is currently the president of Insurance Services Group, LLC. When fans first saw Chock step out of the limo to meet Joan, he said, 60 years old, I've been able to do so much. I've been loved. I've traveled, had kids, had some success at business and other things. But I'm lonely. I want somebody in my life, and that's why I'm here." All about his family. Chock Chapple was married to his ex-wife Heather Chapple for 12 years. During that time, they had 2 children, Taylor and Tyler. It was actually Taylor who signed him up to be on the Golden Bachelorette. When she submitted his application, she knew in her heart that Joan Vasso's was going to be the lead. Aside from his 2 children, Chock had a fiancée whom he was with for nearly 10 years. However, she tragically passed away from a brain tumor in 2022. Fans saw Chock's mom in his intro video during the premiere. She has stage 4 cancer, and so he asked her if she was even okay with him going on the show. His mom told him that she wanted him to live life and find happiness. He's hoping to do just that. On Wednesday night, he and Joan went to Disneyland, where they got to act young and in love. In the world of golden roses and second chances, one name has been turning heads with a combination of charm, mystery, and a name that sounds straight out of a jazz lounge or an old Hollywood Western, Chock Chapple. He may not be the loudest or flashiest among the golden gentlemen vying for Joan Vasso's heart, but make no mistake, Chock is quickly becoming a fan favorite for a reason. So who exactly is Chock Chapple? Buckle up, because his story is anything but ordinary, from rodeo to retirement. At first glance, Chock's name alone makes people pause. Is it short for something? Is it a nickname? A childhood alias that stuck? According to Chock himself, it's none of the above. It's his real name, and it carries a family legacy that goes back 3 generations. Born Charles Chapple Levy, he was dubbed Chock as a toddler by his grandfather, who insisted that Charles sounded too stuffy for someone destined to be different. The name stuck like honey on cornbread. Raised in the dusty plains of Amarillo, Texas, Chock spent much of his youth riding horses and learning how to rope cattle before he could read properly. His father was a rodeo announcer, and his mother ran a roadside diner that served the crispiest chicken fried steak in the Panhandle. For Chock, life was all about grit, heart, and a solid pair of boots. But there's more to Chock than cowboy hats and rodeo belts. He eventually traded in his saddle for a stethoscope and became a veterinarian. Yes, a real-life animal whisperer. For over 30 years, he ran a small but beloved vet clinic just outside Fort Worth, tending to everything from dachshunds to donkeys. "You want to know who I am?" Chock once said in an intro clip. "I'm the guy who'll cradle a chihuahua in one hand and a baby goat in the other, and still make it to church on time. A gentle giant with a gold heart." Physically, Chock stands out from the crowd. With broad shoulders, silver-streaked hair, and a voice that sounds like a cross between Sam Elliott and Morgan Freeman. He's impossible to ignore. He walks with an unhurried grace, like a man who's seen a lot of life and isn't in a rush to prove anything. It's that quiet confidence that caught Joan's attention right away. During the first cocktail party, while others scrambled to impress with gimmicks, Chock took a different approach. He handed Joan a smooth river stone with the word faith carved into it. "Carry this when things get hard," he said gently. "You'd be surprised how something solid in your hand can remind you what's solid in your heart." Cue the collective sighs from Bachelor Nation. Widower with wisdom. Perhaps what makes Chock so compelling is the emotional depth he brings to the show. Behind the twinkle in his eye lies a history of love and loss. Chock was married to his high school sweetheart, Linda, for nearly 42 years before she passed away from breast cancer. He speaks of her with a tenderness that melts even the iciest of hearts. But it's clear that Chock isn't here just to fill a void. He's here to find a new love story, not a replacement. "Linda always told me not to shrivel up like an old pecan when she was gone," Chock said with a laugh during a fireside chat. "She wanted me to keep dancing, even if the song changed. And dancing he has." Chock has taken Joan swing dancing on a group date, written her a handwritten poem in flowing cursive, and even cooked her a campfire meal during a one-on-one. "Love," he told her, "is like stew. It needs time, warmth, and just enough spice to keep it interesting." Dad, grandpa, and all-around legend. Chock has 2 children and 5 grandchildren. And if social media buzz is any indication, his grandkids are his biggest fans. One of his granddaughters even made a TikTok begging Joan to pick my grandpa. He's the sweetest man on earth. In the same video, we see Chock teaching a goat yoga class at a local community center. Yes, goat yoga. With Chock in camel crocs and a cowboy hat, calmly guiding seniors through poses while baby goats nuzzle their backs. He's a living paradox, both old school and open-minded. He can talk about the importance of respecting tradition, and then turn around and tell you his favorite Taylor Swift album. It's folklore, by the way. He can fix a broken fence post and bake a perfect sourdough loaf from scratch. Chock Chapple is proof that life doesn't end at 60. It gets more interesting. The wild card of the season. Despite his calm exterior, fans have started calling Chock the wild card of the season. Not because he's erratic, but because he's unpredictable in the best way. When you think he's going to give a grand romantic gesture, he simply takes Joan by the hand and shows her the stars. When tensions rise in the mansion, he's the first to break the ice with a well-timed story about a parrot he once rescued from a tree during a thunderstorm. Producers are reportedly stunned by how popular Chock has become, with some insiders hinting that if he doesn't win Joan's heart, he may be in line to lead the next season of The Golden Bachelor. Bachelor Nation already seems primed to campaign for #ChockForGoldenBachelor. Will Joan choose Chock? So far, Joan has kept her cards close to the vest, but there's no denying the spark between her and Chock. Whether it's the way he listens without interrupting, or how he gently touches her shoulder when she's emotional, there's something real brewing. He may not come with flashy gimmicks or a six-pack, but Chock Chapple comes with something rarer: substance. And in a world full of fast love and filtered perfection, that might just be the most golden thing of all. During the first cocktail party, while others scrambled to impress with gimmicks, Chock took a different approach. He handed Joan a smooth river stone with the word faith carved into it. "Carry this when things get hard," he said gently. "You'd be surprised how something solid in your hand can remind you what's solid in your heart." Cue the collective sighs from Bachelor Nation. Widower with wisdom. Perhaps what makes Chock so compelling is the emotional depth he brings to the show. Behind the twinkle in his eye lies a history of love and loss. Chock was married to his high school sweetheart, Linda, for nearly 42 years before she passed away from breast cancer. He speaks of her with a tenderness that melts even the iciest of hearts. But it's clear that Chock isn't here just to fill a void. He's here to find a new love story, not a replacement. Linda always told me not to shrivel up like an old pecan when she was gone, Chock said with a laugh during a fireside chat. She wanted me to keep dancing, even if the song changed. And dancing he has. Chock has taken Joan swing dancing on a group date, written her a handwritten poem in flowing cursive, and even cooked her a campfire meal during a one-on-one. Love, he told her, is like stew. It needs time, warmth, and just enough spice to keep it interesting.